I'll tell you the name of it in just a minute.
Okay.
In this book that I'm going to tell you about, it says prayer is your manifesting it. Prayer is the law of attraction. I have it written down somewhere, but I don't know where. But it's the best definition of prayer I have ever heard, and it just like totally made sense of everything. And he's talking about how when you're praying, you are manifesting. And it was so funny because what he described is exactly what Andrew Womack has done his whole life. And because I've always wondered, okay, so Andrew Womack has manifested pretty much everything he's ever set out to manifest. He's the one that went, I told you, was in Vietnam and was in the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And he just had a blast while he was there. He was totally untouched by the experience, which is a miracle in itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for my Kindle so I can, oh, there it is. But he words everything different. He words things, God, Holy Spirit, prayer, Bible verses, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen people that are zero religious or into God manifest the same.
Right.
You know, they manifest just as well. Well, he totally explains that in this book. Okay, let's see. How do I find my books? There it is. Okay, the name of this book is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And I'm going to manifest this house. Come hell or high water, I'm manifesting this house.
Yes.
And, you know, this hydrogen peroxide therapy has really set me on my way. I'm thrilled. So anyway.
But did you get the thing to breathe it?
No. Okay, here's the deal.
Okay.
I bought the little Vicks Vapor Rub vaporizer like we had when we were kids, you know, the big thing. Okay. You can only put distilled water in it. That's $1 a gallon to run the freaking vaporizer. That's just making me crazy. So on Amazon, I found a little tiny mini personal vaporizer that you use like for asthma, like a nebulizer kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You only have to put in a smidge of distilled water and then your hydrogen peroxide, and then you just hold it up to your face and do breathing treatments like for asthma. I was like, oh my God, that would be so much cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not paying to put it through the whole house and paying $1 a gallon for because it takes at least a gallon to even run the damn thing. You need to put more than a gallon in it for it to run right.
Right.
And that would be gone. It only runs for like, what was it, 8 hours on a gallon? I can't afford that. But if I do this little mini thing, then I don't have to use hardly any distilled water at all. I can still do the breathing treatment with the hydrogen peroxide therapy thing and get better results because I'm breathing it all in instead of it just being out in the air in general, you know.
Right.
I'm not paying for the whole room to get it. I'm just paying for me or Anna or whoever's taking the breathing treatment to do it.
Right.
So those are only $35 at Amazon. So I'm going to get one of those. So that's what I decided to do about that. So,
Cool.
And then I'll be breathing it. But in the meantime, I'm drinking it and I'm putting it up my nose.
How many drops are you up to?
I'm only doing 2 a day.
Oh, good.
I moved up to 5 drops a day. And the goal, if you're going to do the actual therapy, the goal is 25 drops a day. I can't even fathom that because at 5 drops, I started getting really nauseous, which is one of the side effects of it. And I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not living like this.
No.
Because, you know, and I'm not trying to cure myself of cancer or AIDS or anything like that. So there's really no reason. And it already cured my chronic fatigue.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just stunned. Even the other night when I went to sleep about 1, I woke up at 3. That's 2 hours sleep. That whole next day, I was tired and I knew it, but I was not like exhausted and can't function. Nothing like that.
Right. Right.
So, and then the next night, last night, I mean, I just, as soon as I hit the bed, I fell asleep. So, you know, I'm thrilled. I am absolutely thrilled. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm over the chronic fatigue because I have really good energy now. And we walked home from HEB last night, you know, in the heat, and I was fine. I wasn't exhausted when I got home. The only problem I have is, as far as like being able to do stuff, is my knees. But I'm, you know, that'll be the next thing on my list is working on my knees. But right now, I just want to do general health. Today I ordered, I don't want to talk to her, she can hear me. I ordered Marcus Rothkrantz's protein powder, his Wild Force green drink, and his age-free, what is it, HGH, some chemical that supposedly helps our body not have the inflammation, reverse aging, that kind of thing. But my biggest thing is it has turmeric in it, which is supposed to be one of the key elements to heal arthritis. I bought a bottle of turmeric, and I'm putting them in Anna's pills. She can't swallow pills. When she takes her formula #1, I open the little capsules and I dump it into the bowl and mix it with applesauce and give her. I've been saving the capsules, so I have a whole bottle of capsules.
Good.
So I've been filling up those little capsules 3 a day, and then with the turmeric, putting them back together and then swallowing those, because turmeric tastes like shit. There ain't no way you can eat enough of it for anything. So, and I have noticed my knees don't hurt as bad. So, anyway.
That
we'll
reminds
see.
me of these things. I got these pills. They're like these herbal pills for sleep, and they're supposed to just like relax you and help you sleep and stuff. And I don't know if I told you this before or not, but I opened them. We're in this pop thing, popped one out, and the smell of it about made me throw up. I was like, there is no way in hell I'm putting that in my mouth. It's like, and I was I got Michael the cherry flavored gummy chewable melatonin things, and he loves them.
Oh,
So
sweet.
he has no problem taking them. So
They don't have those here.
we were talking about them, and I thought of those pills I had got, and I was like, I told him about them, and he's like, they can't smell that bad. So I went and got one, and I brought it out, and I was like, I put it under his nose. I was like, smell that. And at first, he's like, smells good. So I was like, here, smell it up close. And he wanted to try so hard to be like, oh, it smells good. But he couldn't do it. And like his face crinkled up, and he's like, ugh.
It makes me wonder if it has B complex in it, because there's this stuff I used to buy called Nutricom. And what it was just nutrition. It was like a powerhouse full of B vitamins, which was supposed to calm you down. And it worked. Oh my God, it would give you such good sleep. It's crazy. But it reeked. I mean, the smell was horrendous. And you would have to like I had to hold my breath. And it was a big ass horse pill, but I would hold my breath to swallow that thing because it worked so good. But oh my God, it stunk. So I'm wondering if whatever you got had a lot of B vitamins in it, because they reek.
I
B
don't know,
vitamins
but
stink.
it's like a combination of feet, dirty socks, it's like the worst things you can imagine, and there's no way it's going in my mouth. It just isn't happening. I'm like, no way.
It sounds like it smells like Nutricom. Seriously, because that stuff just smells horrendous. So, when I would get them out of the bottle, I was like this. And just pop it in my mouth and drink it down as fast as I could, because if you smelled it, it was just like, oh.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm not even going to attempt to put this in my mouth, because anything that smells that bad, in my opinion, should not go in your mouth. It's just, I can't do it.
That's so funny. Well, that night stuff, the stuff I got from Marcus Rothkrantz that I told you about, that gives me the beautiful dreams, and I love that's $50 a bottle. But it smells and tastes horrid. It is so yucky.
I'm glad you told me that, because I was actually thinking about trying that. But now that you told me that, I'm not going to try it, because if it's anything like those other pills I have, it's not going in my mouth. So there's no use to waste the money.
It's a powder. So you're like really smelling it and tasting it. What I do, because
you put it in a capsule.
No, I would if I could, but I can't get that much in the I'd have to take 10 capsules or more. But what I do is I shake it up in my little barley grain thing, and I put it with full strength apple juice for one. That helps, because the sweetness kind of counteracts some of that nasty smell. Because in water, oh my God, you drink it and you're like, whoa. But I have that big straw, and like, you know how the McDonald's straws are like really wide so you can suck down a lot real fast? I put my straw in that and suck it down through the straw as fast as I can, because it is horrid, but it works beautifully. So what are you going to do?
Well, I don't know. For dreams like the spa and the egg shower and things like that, I might be willing to try.
That's that Marcus
getting past
stuff.
it. I don't know, because those dreams are awesome.
They are. And you know what I think it is? I think it's the DMT. Our pineal gland produces minuscule, I can't pronounce the word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
That was it.
Amounts of DMT. And this stuff that he has, it helps your pineal gland. It helps your pineal gland does your melatonin, your serotonin, and your DMT. DMT is what is responsible for you having those vivid, real dreams where you're living it. You're not just dreaming it. I told you, you and I were at the spa, and when I woke up, I felt like I'd actually really been there. I was relaxed, like we had gone on a vacation to a spa.
I'm doing the egg shower.
Crazy.
I'm going to do it.
Good for you. Well, and that was in that dream. Anyway, I think his mixture is causing my pineal gland to do the DMT that it's supposed to do. In a healthy brain with a healthy pineal gland, we're supposed to get an element of DMT every day. And that is supposed to be part of our dream world. And our dream world is supposed to be as real as our living world. It's just different information.
Right.
So anyway, I think that's what his stuff is doing, because when I take his stuff, those dreams are as real as this is. They are just amazing. And that spa dream, oh my God, that was just like heaven. I swear. I was so relaxed and so revived and just, anyway. But $50 a month, I can't afford that.
I'd be like you. I would wait for special occasions to take it. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't do it every day.
I mean, if I had the money, I'd take it every day. But I don't have that kind of money, and I want this stuff to last me. You're supposed to take a tablespoon. Well, I only take a teaspoon, and it still gives me dreams like that. Can you imagine what the tablespoon would do? Oh my God. But I can't afford to take it at that rate. I just don't have that kind of money yet.
Maybe. Yeah, that's it. You got it. Keyword there. I was waiting for that. I was like, come on, say it.
Yes. Because I know something is brewing. I know it is. I can feel it. Something's fixing to come my way. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know that it's coming. I can feel it on the horizon. I don't even know how to explain that. It doesn't make any sense, but I feel it. It's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I know that another source of income is on its way, because I can feel it in the atmosphere. So once that happens, good God, I'm going to beef up on the Marcus products like crazy. So I have 3 more of his products coming. I don't want to get $200 freaking dollars. Ouch. But it's the protein, the green juice stuff, and this age-free stuff. Now, when I have those three plus his nighttime stuff, then I will have a good amount of his. That's the biggest thing of his products, those. And so I'm gonna kick it for 1 month and see what happens, because I strongly suspect, and I don't know if this is like communication with my higher self telling me what I need to know or what it is, but I feel like I know that the reason I'm having problems with not losing weight, overeating when I do, that kind of thing, is nutrition. I just know it is. I just know it's a matter of nutrition. I know that I've been malnourished most of my adult life because I didn't have money. And so I ate like a ton of ramens, a ton of potatoes, cheapest thing you can get your hands on, pasta. There's no nourishment in any of that. So I do know I have a big history of being malnourished. And I think what my body needs is just a flood of nourishment. And I think once I have that my body will just go, oh, okay, we have nourishment, we can let go of the fat. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think right now it's just hanging on to everything because it doesn't have enough nourishment in it. Because I know that when I get the wheatgrass, and this last time I bought wheatgrass, it's a month's supply, I drank it in 2 weeks' time. And when I did that is when I started eating so much less. Didn't lose weight, but ate so well, like less than half of what I was eating. I mean, crazy. And I went down to 1,200 calories, and I didn't have trouble doing it. But then once I ran out of the green stuff, I was right back to the craving. So I really think it's a nutrition issue with me. And I think, okay, his protein thing is packed full of plant protein and all kinds of vitamins. And, you know, it's supposedly the best protein compound on the market. And it better be, because it's $75. And then his green force that he has supposedly beats the hell out of wheatgrass even, and wheatgrass is one of the strongest there is. So we'll see. But I'm really curious to see what happens. But I'm going to kick it for a month, and I'm going to see what happens. But anyway, neither here nor there. I have no clue why I ranted about all that. But so we'll see. But I'm going to be careful with that nighttime stuff, because I love that stuff, and I love those dreams, those vivid, real dreams that it gives you. That's just freaking amazing.
Well, that's great. But what I was just thinking while we were talking about that is I have vivid dreams, and they're like real, but they're nightmares.
Oh,
I mean,
geez.
If I take that and those nightmares become more vivid and more real, I'm not going to be a happy camper. So I'm wondering if I should actually do that.
If it makes your pineal gland secrete the serotonin, it should change it to good dreams, because the serotonin is the happy chemical that our brain puts out. It's the chemical that just makes our brain happy. And so maybe you're lacking in the serotonin. Have you ever tried taking serotonin?
No. I haven't.
Because that might be why you're having the nightmares. You may have the DMT and not have the serotonin.
Yeah, because my dreams are very vivid. They're very real. I wake up and it felt like I really lived the nightmares, you know, so right. I don't really want to enhance that.
See, you probably got the DMT then. See, I didn't have that. I didn't have that at all. But you might not have the serotonin that you need to have. I know there's certain foods that are high in serotonin, but I don't remember which ones. Let me see if I can find out real quick. List foods high in serotonin.
What crap?
Okay, list of foods with serotonin. Egg whites. Oh, how funny is that? Eggs.
Okay.
Eggs. How funny is that?
I eat eggs. I do.
I saw the eggs and I was like, what the hell?
Maybe that's why I was showering with them at the spa.
Yeah. Oh, come on, be still. No, that's not what I told you to do. Go back to where you were. Okay, list of foods with serotonin.
Okay, egg
Eggs.
whites.
That's hysterical. Okay. Okay, B complex vitamins, thiamine, folic acid, those all affect your serotonin levels. So if you're low in any of those, all right. Herbs, hold on. So where's my freaking list? Low serotonin levels cause depression, headaches, and sleep disorders.
Well, I don't have headaches or depression, so I'm okay.
You have to have adequate amino acid, the amino acid tryptophan. That's the one that's in the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have tryptophan to produce serotonin.
Turkey.
So where's my list of foods? List foods. Page 1 of 12. That's why I'm on page 1. Grains. Okay. Brewer's yeast. I don't even know what that is or what you would do with it.
Make bread.
Salmon.
Make beer.
Walnuts.
I don't like nuts.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like nuts. I don't know why, I just don't.
Essential fatty acids increase serotonin. That's the omega-3s and omega-6.
I actually was taking a multivitamin for quite some time that had like a lot of the B's, the omegas, and all that stuff in it. And I didn't notice any difference at all with the nightmares, so.
Okay. Spirulina and blue-green algae.
Algae, seaweed.
There you go. So since you started taking those, have you been having the nightmares?
I actually think that they might have cut back a little bit, and I say that a little bit by, the nightmares can have returned. And I was just talking about this earlier today with my son, because I had like the horriblest nightmare about him last night, and I woke up going, oh my God. It's like, get out of my life, don't invade my thoughts, don't invade my sleep, just leave me alone. And so now's not a really good time to ask me because of last night, but had last night not occurred and you asked me that prior, I would say yes, the nightmares had cut down some.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so maybe that's having an effect then. Oh, that's another thing is Friday I'm ordering, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Chlorella. Chlorella.
Okay.
It's an algae. It's like spirulina.
Right.
But it's supposed to be significantly stronger than spirulina. And I've had some, not here, but when I lived in Tucson, I had found a spirulina that I was taking in Tucson that, I kid you not, if I took my spirulina 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, and 3 at night, I didn't give a damn if I ate or not. I kid you not. But they were hard to get hold of. They were expensive. When Clifford and I broke up, I quit taking them, you know. one of those deals.
Yeah.
But that particular spirulina that I was taking, I had significant success with. And this chlorella, whatever it is supposed to be even stronger than the spirulina. So, and oh, the other thing I'm getting for this month of just saturating myself with nutrition, this is from the chlorella, and the minerals are from Raw Food World.
Okay.
It's a pack of vials, and you break the vial open, and you take one a day under your tongue, and it's mega doses of minerals, not vitamins, but minerals that your body needs. And so you put it under your tongue, you hold it under there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's 30 vials, $55. But it supposedly is like one of the best out there at this time. So I'm going to try the chlorella, the minerals, the wild force, the protein, and just saturate myself for a month and see what happens.
For you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good idea.
Do you realize that's like a $300 experiment?
Well, we have to have our experiments. I mean, what would we do without our experiments? We have to have
and
them.
I'll keep you posted. Well, you'll know because we'll be.
I'll know. Yeah, we'll be talking. And I'll be like, I'll be over here jotting down notes. Sis is extremely happy today. Oh, Sis is having a really bad day.
It's like my notes. It's like the hydrogen peroxide therapy. You could tell that because I was awake and conscious at night.
I would try it, but it scares the hell out of me. I just can't bring myself to do it. I would be absent-minded one day. I grabbed the wrong box of the bottle of hydrogen peroxide or something, poison myself. I'll be laying here in a coma. My kids will notice like 24 hours later on, Mom hasn't moved in 24 hours, you know. Then they'll come over and kick me in. Oh, Mom's hard. It's like
those, yeah. Oh,
I think she might need some help.
Those have crossed my mind. I have like taken precautions. I labeled everything really heavy. My hydrogen peroxide full strength is hidden in the back of my freezer. My little bottle that I do the drops out of. I mean, I have like warning signs and
the Mr. Yuck stickers.
Yeah, you know, because I know. I'm like you, you know, I'll forget something, and I'm scared of that, but this is making it's rocking my world. This is making such a significant difference. I'm stunned.
I'm really happy about that for you, but I'm just too afraid because I know I would be in the middle of taking it. I'd be mixing it or something. The kids would be going off. The phone would be ringing. Someone would be Skyping me. There'd be someone at the door and a baby in the neighborhood screaming its head off. And God only knows what might happen from there. So I just don't trust myself to do it.
Right. I don't blame you. I do know there's a guy on YouTube, and he uses the 3% that you buy from the freaking drugstore. Just regular 3% with the stabilizers in it and everything. Now, he doesn't drink it.
Oh.
What he does is he breathes it. And he says he's done it for 12 years, and even with the stabilizers in it, it's never bothered him. I don't know.
I wouldn't do it. I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
I'm scared of the stabilizers.
I'm scared of the whole thing.
Well, I'll tell you another thing, and that's that eating lots of leafy greens and taking greens like the chlorella and spirulina and stuff like that, and whatever that green stuff is you're doing, supposedly those cause more oxygen in your system also. So there's different routes to get the same effect, but this hydrogen peroxide therapy is just rocking my world. I just can't believe the difference. Seriously. Do you realize it's 7 o'clock at night?
Yes, it is.
My brain is
It's
functioning.
5 o'clock here, 7 o'clock there, 8 o'clock in PA.
I mean, a year ago, could you have imagined me functioning at 7 o'clock at night?
Seriously, no.
Right, I know.
Oh, it's
So-
it's 4:30. I think I'm going to bed.
When I lived in Ingleside, I went to bed at 4. I had to shut down everything and be in bed for the night at 4.
I know.
That's how messed up I was.
I know.
And then I got healthier and I was able to push it to 6. And that was a big deal. And now
The
it's
other night when it was 11 o'clock here, and I saw you post something on Facebook, I was like, oh no, she didn't. It's like, she is not still awake. And then I wrote you and I was like, are you still awake? And you're like, yup.
I was. Can you believe it?
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't either.
I thought someone
then-
I thought someone like broke into your Facebook or something and was
Yeah,
on there
right.
posting shit. I was like,
I
she's
know, I'm
not
never
awake.
up that late at night. And then whatever time it was, I think it was like 1 o'clock-ish, I posted, the last thing you had said to me in the messenger, and I texted back, laugh out loud, or oh, or okay, or something. It was some little thing.
Yeah, I think it was
And I
laugh
fell
out
as-
loud. And
I
then you
fell
were
asleep.
gone.
Yeah, I fell asleep right after I posted that. 3 a.m. I woke up and you had just posted, I think at like 2:22 or something like that, that you had gone to bed. I was like, damn it. Any other time, she would be up this time of night, but this night that I'm awake at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
after
go
going to sleep
figure,
at
huh?
1, she went to bed early. So I was like, oh, it figures. But I slept 2 hours. 2 hours. And the next day, again, I was tired, but I wasn't that kind of I can't function tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Get out of here. Can you believe that?
that's amazing.
It is. I'm just stunned. Seriously.
Did you read any more of the book?
No, I didn't. I totally
It is
forgot.
taking such a weird turn. It is scaring me. I am writing the most bizarre things in this story, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, why am I writing that? That's creepy. But I'm
But it's like
continuing
taking
on.
on its own life, right?
Yeah, it is. It's just doing its own thing, and it's just, I'm not one to write the horror stories.
But let it go. Maybe it'll be like a Steven Spielberg or something. You
I
never
don't know
know.
what it's turning out to be. I'm not liking it. This is not a book I would ever want to read. So, I don't know why I'm writing it, but I am.
But hey, I mean, you know, Steven Spielberg, that stuff sells like hotcakes. So,
I know.
hey,
But you know me, I'm the happily ever after romance
I
girl.
know.
I don't write horror stories. That's like,
but if it writes itself, you don't ever have to read it.
It's
Just
writing
write it
itself.
and you're
Yep,
done.
I'm not-
Let them read it.
Yep, I'm
As
not
long as it
reading it.
brings you the money, that's all that matters.
I don't even know where this story's coming from. It's crazy.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you said something though, because I read the first part that you said, and you said you were sending me the second part, and I'm
Forgot.
yeah, it was just gone out of my mind. But so thank you for remembering.
I need a better name for it, though. You're going to have to help me come up with a better title for that book. Because Project 13 is just,
I don't know. I kind of like that name.
well, that's the name
But
that
yeah,
originally popped in my head. But
Well, we'll see. We
Yeah,
can read
we'll
it and
see if
see.
anything else
Well, I
comes
can
up.
read it. You can write it. I can read it, and we
Yeah.
can see where the story ends up going. And you may come up with a name by the time you've gotten to the end of it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
yeah,
But for
the
now,
first book
Project
I
13
wrote,
work.
The 20-Year Stranger, I didn't come up with that title until the book was already completed. And then the name popped right in, you know, and I was like, oh, okay, that's the name.
And that may be what happens with this. I mean, you got to label it something in the meantime. Project 13 sounds cool.